Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. You're about to see some changes. I decided, and I'm just going to be honest with you guys, I have not been able to access my Moving Mountains for You Apple ID user. And so I'm not sure if the system that I use um, I've changed my password so many times, and I'm sure whoever's out there can relate to that. How many of you guys do remember the password to certain things? And I don't know. All I know is that I haven't been able to access my account that is linked to my Moving Mountains podcast. And it also kind of made me think maybe God did this for a reason. Maybe I can't access it because I've actually gone to the Apple store and tried to fix this situation, wasn't able to. But I looked back and I was like, I'm just gonna start a new one and rebrand myself a little better or just kind of give basically a new launch to the new podcast. So if you're looking at my YouTube and you can hear me, then you're on my YouTube channel. I have been had this YouTube channel since 2013 before I was even a podcaster or a publisher or a realtor. And so if you're watching this, you've just been with me since the very beginning of my journey in 2013, when I became a published author. Um, my book, um, my book that I published what is called Eternal Waters of Life, Love, and Grace. That was a poetry book. It was inspired by, like, basically my really close family friend that passed away. She came to my house one day and was like, "Hey, do you want to win this contest? You could win $2,000." And I was like, "Sure. Let's try this out and see what's going to come out of this." And so that kind of birthed my whole poetry writing type of thing because I was in college still. And so I wanted to write poetry, and it was for Eber and Wine Publishing. I've been a co-author of theirs for two of their books. And so it's a veteran publishing company, and they sent me a plaque and everything. And so that kind of motivated me to have my own poetry book and write more poetry and just have my own name out there, not a collaboration of a bunch of poets in the whole nation. I'm actually in their top 20% of poets. And so I'm very fortunate to be able to have that as an establishment of now more than 10 years later, um, a publishing company where I can do what they're doing and also get to enjoy seeing our authors' journeys and, just kind of, what's the right word? Just kinda see people's how they change, how they stay the same, that process. I think because I was a teacher for a while, um, it's a really cool process to see, especially in our published authors. And so my son has published 3 books already. His goal is to publish 1 every year. By the time that he's 18, he'll have 8. And so, for anybody that's been looking at my journey too, I always talking about my son and his progress. So I want to say a quick funny story. So whenever he was we're in the process of moving cities and everything, and everywhere where I took him, he had a bunch of pages in his hand. Sometimes he allows me to read his writing, sometimes he doesn't. I'm not sure what he has in his hands, but he has taken them everywhere. And so, to me as a writer, I'm just kind of like, and it was like handwritten, y'all. It wasn't in its computer. It was like handwritten his notes. And so, I just think it's pretty interesting how when you spark that idea in a child's mind, when you inspire them to do something that they probably didn't think that they could do, and they actually do it, it kind of changes and it kind of helps you kind of like look at like, why am I making excuses or why am I, not at that level, And so I'm just excited to see his journey. I'm excited for you guys to keep continuing in my journey in this YouTube channel. If you were part of Moving Mountains for You and you were a guest, I want to say thank you. You're Claudia Fountain. She was my co-host for a lot of the episodes. And so I want to say thank you as well. Transcending la familia will still be a Spanglish podcast. And so just and nothing's gonna change with that one. Literally, it's just the Moving Mountains for You is going away on YouTube. But I'm gonna remain it on Instagram and Facebook. Um, because we already had established those. And so we just want to keep them, just going. And so, again, this is your host, Ice Leth Zeladon. I go by Sachi Ice Queen on a lot of social media. Just if you're on this channel already, I already changed the picture and kind of vamped it up a little bit. Um, we have been talking about, I have been talking about it for a while, and I just kind of felt like it was right because I used to be a spiritual life coach in the beginning of my podcasting journey, and then I became an ordained minister and then a realtor. And so just wanted to start fresh and just not confuse my audience as much and just say, I have all of this education and wisdom and classes and conferences and business information that I just want to share. I want to share this information with you. I want to share my whole what I'm learning with faith by my side, you know. I'm Jewish and I believe in God and I believe in Jesus and I believe Jesus is the Messiah. A lot of Jewish people don't really acknowledge him as that, and so that's why, if you could classify me in a religion, it would be Christianity. But again, religion is man made. And so I don't, and I've had a lot of religious trauma over the years because I'm a preacher's kid. I don't believe in religion. I believe in a relationship with God. And the closest thing that you could get me to is Christian. I do attend a Christian church every once in a while. Um, and so I just believe in the day of rest, and if that day happens to fall on a Sunday, then yeah, definitely I love resting with my fellow brothers and sisters in Christ. And so um I I'm just who I am, and the if you're on Amazon and you're looking up one of the books that I wrote, the series name is called Be You because you know, for so many years um, I don't wanna say that I probably suffered from imposter syndrome, but a lot of the people around me I saw that did, because such an early on, my mom would always, encourage us to be who we were, and then with all my journalism history, they just kind of prepared us that, you're not gonna be everyone's cup of tea. So I don't really think I ever suffered with imposter syndrome that much. But like I said, be you and be a better you. And if the religion that you're in includes hating someone, that's not the correct religion. So enough of that talk. We talk about mental health. So a lot of everything that I'm going to start talking about is mainly going to be classified as family life, mental health, and real estate. And so I'm super excited about these 3 topics that we're just gonna, in Moving Mountains for You, I did talk about, like, we would bring in, health coaches, fitness coaches, so we would talk about health a lot more. My co-host he was a medical professional for a little bit, and so um, we won't be talking that much about it, but we'll be talking some, and we'll probably be having, guests in for that, but only when it pertains to family life. And if we have that topic come up, then maybe we will. But we want to mainly just kind of tie these two together because transcending la familia, we're talking about families. And so we want to make sure that we emphasize on everything that has to do with the family, which health is very, very important too, but um and financial health is really, really important too. But we want to like just kind of, stay more on topic and just kind of do that. So again, this is Iceleth Celadon. I go by Sachi Ice Queen on a lot of social media, and you're listening to Learning by Faith. This is the first episode and me just kind of introducing myself to you if you haven't heard me before. I'm a best-selling author and I've published about 5 books already. And so um Thank you for being here and allowing me to be in your space. So take care, God bless, and peace be with you. Bye, everyone.